Good afternoon. I may have made a mistake here. So basically, we're going to stream, hopefully, until we hit 250,000 subscribers. I'm not saying I'm going to stop as soon as we hit it. If we hit it really quick, all right, we'll answer a bunch of questions and stuff as normal. But what I didn't want to do is miss it. So last time I hit a big milestone, which was 100,000, I was offline. I watched it tick over, but I wasn't streaming, and streaming's how it all began. So I'm going to change the title of the video to Game Week Preview after this, but it's going to be a live Game Week Preview where I go through people's questions. And then I will do like the final thoughts video on Friday for something a bit more pre-recorded. So yeah, as expected, people are unsubscribing. That is not to be to be expected, I would say. So yeah, we're going to try and hit it. If we don't hit it in the next few hours, I might just give up, right? As a bunch of people unsubscribe. Maybe I shouldn't have put the number on there, right? But yeah. We're just going to answer some questions. So this is my team. I might take the number off so I'm not distracted by it, but I've got it here with me. So we're going to talk about Game Week 12, basically, just like any other live stream. So get your questions in. I also realised maybe this would have been better this evening, but look, it is what it is. Now is the easier time for me to do it. So let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, true. You'll miss it if I take it out. Oh, everyone's unsubscribing. Brilliant. Okay, what's the situation with Jota? Is he injured as well? I've seen people saying that he's injured, but I haven't actually seen any like good source. Early because it's just easier for me to. It's just easier for me to stream now, basically. Okay, so I've just... no, that's from October 12th. That's ages ago. There was something in the Patreon Slack channel. Let me have a quick look. Well, I don't know where it's from. Yeah, this particular source and a couple of others claiming that Jota is injured. But I don't think it's a good... Oh, hang on a sec. Let me see. I don't think it's necessarily a good source. Diogo Jota reportedly dealing with muscle injury. That was from October 10th. Right, this is like over a month ago. So I think Jota's probably fine. But I guess Klopp is going to tell us closer to the time, right? Klopp is going to tell us in the press conference. Robertson's 50-50 for Saturday. Doesn't seem like Tsimikas will be in it for that long, if at all. Yeah, Tsimikas not an option. I think Robertson would have to be out for like the same time as Jota, like a month and a half. Same time as Firmino. Otherwise, Tsimikas is not really a good option, to be honest. Promthep, thank you very much for being 3 months. Is Grealish to Jota worth a -4? Nah, probably not. Unless there's any indication that Grealish isn't going to start, I wouldn't take him out for a -4, I don't think, before Everton. Like, Jota's good, but I don't think we need to go crazy and start taking -4s for him. Chaz, been a watcher for a very long time. Patreon, now sign up as a member. Thank you very much. Gene, Trent in for a hit or free next week? Free next week, I would say. And who between Rudiger and Diaz? Diaz. Has to play the other next game week. Who do Man City have next game week? It's not a bad fixture, is it? West Ham at home? Yeah, probably Diaz. I think Man City clean sheet potential is a little bit better. Tsimikas will play this weekend, but yeah, exactly. If you own Tsimikas, great. You could play him this week against Arsenal, but I wouldn't be looking to bring him in. Like, Jota does look like a really good option. I think a lot of people are going to be weighing up Jota this week or Son. I'd probably still go Son, and then maybe think about getting Jota later on. Would you start Livramento or Rafinha? Probably Rafinha. I mean, he's already on a plane back. It's not as long. Like, it's, what is it, Wednesday now? I have to check my watch to check it was Wednesday. Yeah, away to Spurs. I'd still probably play Rafinha, to be honest. But that's just me. I'm not actively looking for ways to get rid of, not play Livramento. But, I mean, it's Rafinha, you know? Bench 1, Chilwell, Vardy. Come on, don't worry about benching decisions now. Unless you're not going to be here for the deadline. But obviously, just remember, we've got press conferences and stuff yet. Who's HVE? Oh, have Reece James too. I'd either bench one of the Chelsea defenders or Livramento, probably. I wouldn't bench Vardy, I don't think. I don't think you can bench Reece James right now. I'd probably bench Livramento. I think we will hit and then unhit 250k subs. Yeah, look, we might not hit it. Like, if it goes on for an hour or two, 3 hours or whatever, then it's fine. It will tick over at some point anyway. It would just be nice to do it on stream. I'm not going to worry if it doesn't happen. I'm going to change the video title after this to Game Week Preview anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Don't want to be here for like 4 or 5 hours, you know. Thank you, Atharv, for becoming a member. Probably pronounced that wrong if I have. Apologies. Prioritise Vardy to Kane or Havertz to Jota Foden. The thing is, if Lukaku's not back this week, I'd probably just keep Havertz and prioritise Vardy to Kane, to be honest. Christensen Huang is my bench cover, and if Havertz is sold, get Jota or Foden. I'd probably go for Jota over Foden, I think, right now. I mean, Foden's still great. Like, having both is good. But I'd probably go Jota. 500,000 before the season ends. Let's go. No chance. Sheriff, thank you very much. 2 months. Thinking to sell Wilson for Antonio. I don't know which way around that is. If you've got Wilson, I don't know why you'd sell to Antonio. If you've got Antonio, I probably wouldn't sell to Wilson either. Is Jota in, Rafinha out for a hit worth it? Nah, I wouldn't take Rafinha out for a hit. Only an idiot would do that, right? Only an idiot would do that. That's not calling you an idiot, by the way. That's calling myself an idiot. If Jota is fit, would you be prioritising him or Reece James to come in this week? Probably Jota. I mean, Reece James is still great, obviously. But probably Jota. I mean, Arsenal's not an easy game, but ain't a bad one either. Havertz to Son or Jota? I already have Kane. Well, I mean, if you can go... I don't mind the double up. I think I'd prefer Son for the next few over Jota. Obviously, there's a big money difference, so you need to take that into account. Like, what does going Son and Kane stop you from doing? But like, Jota's great, but so is Son. So I'd probably go Son. Thank you, George, for that message. I thought Rudiger to Cancelo or Vardy to Kane this week. Oh, Cancelo's pretty great. I mean, you can do the other move next week, right? So I'd probably do the Vardy to Kane move, I think. Chaz just wanted the emojis. I love it. I love it. Ahmed for the 4 months. Thank you very much. Any thoughts? It sounds like Twitch. It sounds like a Twitch streamer, don't I? Ahmed with the 4 months. That's such a Twitch streamer thing to say. Any thoughts on getting Kane or Ronaldo for a hit plus captain too? Yeah, I don't think it's the right time to buy Ronaldo. I just think he's fine this week, but then again, you probably don't want him again until game week 16. Like, Ronaldo's fine to own. Like, if I had him, I wouldn't be in any rush to sell right now. But if I'm going to bring one of those two in this week, I think it has to be Kane for the next 4 fixtures. I don't know about doing it for a hit, though. The thing is, you're taking a hit, so you're spending points to get a captain who arguably is not as good as Salah. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. Thanks for the bits. Do they say... They don't say bitties, surely. Surely people don't say that. Emerson Royale or Reguilon? I'd probably still go Reguilon. The thing is, we haven't really seen enough under Conte to know who's going to be the better option, but I just think Reguilon... I don't know. Is it longevity? Maybe is it fact I've got a bit of a soft spot for him? I don't know. I don't really have a massive opinion on Reguilon or Emerson Royale or even Kane or Son. To be honest, I know I should. I don't even know if I'm siding with Son or Kane. I was on Son, and then I was thinking about Kane. Like, I've always said, if I want to ever captain one of these players, I'm always going to want to captain Kane over Son. I've always said that, and I do think game week 15 when they play Norwich at home, I'm probably going to want to captain a Spurs player. What was the question? I can't remember what the question was. Oh, Reguilon or Emerson Royale. Somehow I'm talking about captains. I'm going to say Reguilon. Kane or Son, who do you prefer? Yeah, I mean, this is the question of international break. I was talking to a few patrons the other day, or today actually. I don't have a massive opinion either way, right? I think there's benefits to both. If I was going to captain one, I'd rather captain Kane. I think he's a better way into Ronaldo. Look, I think Conte will get him playing. I think he'll also get Son playing as well. I don't know if there's that much in it. I'm not buying all the Kane looks great against San Marino. He's got his, like, you know, he's got a whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm really bad at this video making, like, aren't I? I don't think San Marino and Albanius tells us much. They're a weak opposition. That's what he's got coming up, right? So I think Kane's good. I think Kane's great. Personally, I don't like how my squad's set up at the moment, where I've got like a lot of good squad players. I know people like playing that, and it is a good way to play. It's just not my style. So taking a bit of money out of defence and getting Kane is something I'm looking at. But Son is much better value. It's like 1.9 million cheaper, and that has to be considered. And also, if we're only getting him in for 4 weeks anyway, then is Kane going to massively outscore Son in that time? I'm not so sure. All the people saying like Kane is great over Christmas and all this kind of stuff, that's all well and good. But most people are getting Kane in because he's then got a good... He's then like a good make weight to get Ronaldo. So we're only keeping him for 4 weeks anyway, right? So the whole Christmas thing doesn't matter. But Mojo back, yeah. I just don't... Maybe there's something in it. I think it's very hard to tell. I think it's very hard to tell that, you know, a player looks sharper and all this stuff. I mean, you can take certain clips from games, but I thought in the second half against San Marino that Kane was dropping quite deep again. But that's just the way it is. So, yeah, to answer the question, who do I prefer? If I had to buy one right now, I'd probably buy Kane. But I still need to look into how it's going to affect my future moves. Like, if someone said to me they're bringing in Son this week, great move. Simple as that. And for some people, it will be easier to do. Like right now, because the price changes haven't happened, I can still get Tony and Son in for Saka and Vardy, and that seems like a really good move. And then at some point I downgrade Laporte, and I got another million and whatever to spend elsewhere. Like my rough plan was, this was my rough plan. Let me show you a second. By the way, thank you for keeping on subscribing. We only need 92 more subscribers. 91 more subscribers. Rough plan was this week, Son. Yes, Tony, get over it. I'm still on the Tony bandwagon. There we go. So that was the plan, to get Tony and Son in, and that would leave me 0 in the bank. And then later on, because I don't really want to get rid of Jimenez because he's got Norwich away and Burnley at home, like 2 pretty good fixtures. But once those 2 fixtures are done, the fixture run gets really bad. So at that point, Jimenez out to a 4.4. And then Brownhill to Jota. The only problem is Jota will have gone up in price by the time I get him in. But I can downgrade Laporte as well, maybe to get Reguilon or someone like that. So I think this is a pretty decent setup. Like this, right? Hang on a second. Let me see the chat as well. You know Vardy will score a penalty against Chelsea and then have incredible fixtures. Yeah, I agree. And if that Chelsea fixture was at the end of this 5-game run, I think people would keep Vardy. And I probably would myself. The Chelsea game is kind of... I think the Chelsea game is affecting our thoughts a little bit, to be honest. And I include myself in that. So that's one way to do it. And there's nothing really wrong with that team. You know, you've got, okay, the 4.4 forward is going to be a dead spot, but you've got 2 defenders. I mean, Laporte might have lost his place, but at some point I'm going to change Laporte anyway. So I quite like this option. The only way for me to get both Jota and a Spurs player this week, I haven't missed any super chats, I've just not got to them yet. Relax. Is to either sell Jimenez, so I can get Kane and a 4.4, I think. I think I worked this out the other day. And then do Saka to Jota. So I can. This kind of tempts me a little bit, I'll be honest. The only problem is, it's not really a problem actually. Let me go through it now. So you put Jota in there, and there's 0.5 million. And again, at some point, not right this second, I'd have to play 4-4-2 this week. So I'd play Livramento over Laporte. So I'd actually play Livramento. Happy days. And then at some point, I change Laporte down to like maybe even like a 3.9 million defender, like Omar Bamadeli. By the way, you're basically getting an insight into tomorrow's team selection. And then I've got 2.1 to upgrade Brownhill. So that could be Gallagher. I could go to Smith Rowe. I could go back to Saka if I really wanted to. I could even almost get to Rafinha, but not quite. And that would basically still put me on 3-5-2. But for this week, it would be 4-4-2. So that's one way to get Kane and Jota. I actually quite like that. I just don't like getting rid of Jimenez before Norwich and Burnley. It just seems like trying to be too clever. But you do get the Spurs and Jota in one go. The other option is to keep Jimenez. I don't like this. I don't like this move. I don't think I'm going to do it. But let me just show you. Put Davis in again. Saka to Son. And it'd have to be Mbommo. If I could do Brownhill to Jota, I would definitely consider this, but I'd have to sell Mbommo this week, and I just don't really like that. So again, it would be 4-4-2 this week with Jimenez up front. At some point, he would have to be downgraded as well, and I could get someone in for Brownhill's spot. So I'm very tempted to switch to 2 up front. I'm very tempted to do that. But the Kane one is the one I like, the Kane and Jota, and sell Jimenez. But selling him just seems like trying to be a bit too clever. Could Jota just wait a few more weeks? That's the question in my mind. So if you followed all that, I can get Son and Tony in for free. I can also get Kane in. So I looked at this one before the international break even started. I can do Kane out for 4 million. So again, maybe on Bamidele. Any three. Sorry, I don't know why I've gone to Newcastle. Any 3.9 or 4 million defender, right, could go in. If Johnson kept his place, then that would be ideal. By the way, so I can do that, and I can just get Kane in one. Again, I could play 4-3-3 this week. Bench Saka, play Livramento. Hopefully Jimenez starts. We'll have to wait and see what the manager says after international breaks, and then you've got Kane in. The only issue is, there's no real movement for Saka. At some point, maybe I go for Gallagher. I don't know. But I can get Kane in for free. I wouldn't go for Tsimikas because he blocks a Liverpool spot. The biggest problem for this is... Well, it's not even a problem. It's not a problem. Again, I just have to get Jota in later on. So... I'm kind of siding with Kane because I want that Ronaldo move, basically. I just see. Anyway, look, that's where my head's at right now. Basically, my head's all over the place. Is essentially where my head's at. And that's the question: Kane or Son? Who do I prefer? I like them both. I like them both. I wish I could. I wish I could give you a more concrete answer. It's the Tony hype all over again. People will soon be disappointed with the 2-pointers. It's not. You're kind of... It's not hype. I'm not sat here going, oh, Tony's amazing. Tony's going to score a hat-trick. Tony's going to score a brace. I just think for the price, he is still the best forward. If that's the formation or if that's the spot. If I want that forward spot still, I think he is the best 6.7 million forward. I don't think he's brilliant. I don't think he's better than Kane or better than Ronaldo or better than Antonio or better than Jimenez or anything like that. But I think he's a good option. I think he's a good option. Statman Dave, how is it going? I have Gray and Azpilicueta. I want to get rid of both. Do I get James for Azpi and wait on Son? I'd probably get rid of Gray first, to be honest. If you can do Gray to Son, which is a ridiculous upgrade, but if you can do it, I would go that way first. Saka to Jota for -4 now and Chilwell regular on next week. No, I don't think you need to take a -4 for Saka, especially if you've got a defender you could play instead. Is 4 at the back going to continue to be template? It is the template right now. I don't know if it will forever be, though. But right now, it's looking pretty good, to be honest. English fish and chips or Irish fish and chips? It's got to be English fish and chips. The problem is, right, there are some good fish and chip shops in... This is the important stuff we need to tackle today. There are some good fish and chip shops in Ireland. I know everyone will kill me if I don't say that McDonough's... Have I pronounced that right, McDonough's? I think that's what it's called. In Galway is good. But I feel like for a lot of places that do fish and chips is like the afterthought. You don't get many chippies, like English chippies in Ireland. So I've got to say England. But Ireland has its advantages that you are never more than about 2 minutes away from someone that will make you a hot chicken fillet roll. So, you know, there's advantages and disadvantages to being in Ireland or England. Do I like Guinness? Not really. Like, it's fine. I drink it, but I would never choose to drink it. British still or Irish whiskey? Neither. Nick Toll, lovely man, you've saved me so many times. Thank you very much. Tim, trying to figure out whether it would be worth to go for Jota or Foden over Trent. Oh, no, I still think Trent is the king. Team, don't own them, and team structure makes it. Like, I would rather have Trent plus one of Foden or Jota than Jota and Foden and no Trent, I think. Because Trent's like kind of pretty much about as nailed as it's going to get. Jota probably will be for the most part now until Firmino's back. And the thing I really like about Jota, right, this is what I'm kind of so excited about, and I'm sure most other people are, is by the time Firmino's back, it's not like Jota's going to suddenly not play any games, right? Because if Firmino's genuinely out till mid-December, that's a long time. Klopp's not just going to throw him straight back in loads of games and bench Jota. So Jota's going to get good minutes anyway, even when Firmino's back initially. And also, you've got African Cup of Nations then. So if Mane and Salah go, then Jota's in the team again. So Jota, if he stays fit, could have a very long time in the Liverpool side over a period where Liverpool got good fixtures and there's a lot of them as well. So I really like Jota, but I don't think I'd sacrifice Trent to get both of the other two, personally. I think Trent's the man. Trent is the man. I have to get two from Son, Foden, Jota, already have Kane. Son and Jota, I think. I mean, the thing is, if Foden keeps starting all these games, he's still brilliant. But I think Son and Jota, I think. Maybe that's just a bit of recency bias. What do you think is happening with Jimenez this week? Starting or not? Any info? No info yet. I'm confident that he might start this time because he's back. He's going to be back a little bit sooner than last time. But I think it's only about an extra day. So there is a chance that he might miss out. Tempted to swap for Wilson. I don't think that's a bad move. But just remember, if you've got someone that could play instead of Jimenez this week, he then does have Norwich and Burnley, which are pretty good fixtures. That's why I'm so kind of not against getting rid of him, but I'm not really like actively looking to kind of sell him. On a wild card, Jota and Reguilon or Rafinha and James. Ooh. I think I'd have to say Jota and Reguilon, to be honest. Like, James is great. If you can find a way to get James and Jota, brilliant. But I just think I love Rafinha. I do love Rafinha. I wish I'd never sold him. It's quite funny because we're talking about Foden, and this is probably, again, recency bias. If I hadn't bought Foden and I'd kept Azpilicueta, who then Livramento would have come off the bench, and I would have kept Rafinha, who scored twice in the last 2 game weeks, I'm not sure if right now I'd be looking to bring Foden in. And I think I could have made a couple of other moves without taking hits. And I'm not saying Foden's a bad option. I'm not looking to sell him, but I don't know if I didn't already own him, if I'd be looking to bring him in. Again, is that just recency? Is that because he's blanked for me twice? Subconsciously, am I just like, don't like him anymore? I don't know. But like, I'm really happy to own him, and I think he's really got good fixtures, and he really is a great option. But I don't know if I'd be planning to buy him right now if I didn't own him. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't make any sense, does it? But yeah, probably Jota and Reguilon. Adrian, thank you very much for all your support. I haven't hit it yet. We'll see soon. No, Foden's not a problem. I've got no plans to sell him. I'm really happy to own him. I think if he gets enough minutes over the next 6 or 7 like he has been, he's great. The fixtures are good. Man City very attacking. I've got no intention to sell him. I'm just saying if I didn't own him, I don't know if I'd be buying him. And that's my team. I'm not saying if you're looking to buy him, he's a bad option. I'm saying for my team, I don't think I'd be looking to do it right now. Mount or Smith Rowe out for Jota? Probably Mount. He's not. I don't know how confident. I know there was some injuries and stuff, but I don't know how confident week to week I am of him playing. Whereas Smith Rowe looks kind of undroppable right now. Loz, every season you get to see mildly obsessed. You seem to get mildly obsessed with some mediocre striker. It's like an FPL nervous tick. Morpay and Tony up on the wall. I've not even owned. Well, I did own Tony at the start of the season. I sold him, and now somehow he's gone up in price. I'm not really obsessed with him. I think he is the best option at that price. The problem is there are lots of other strikers cheaper than that price, but they're all either not nailed, don't play 90, don't have penalties. There's just too many. It's a bit annoying. Like, Edouard is one that I'm considering, but is he better than Tony? Don't know if he is. I don't know if he is. What's my team about it? Not sure. I'll try and check in a minute. But can you tell Tony Mulry to stop copying the team? Tony, stop copying my team. Stop copying my team. Daniel, thank you very much. 250,000 coming. Are James or Cancelo essential or go... yeah, Reece James is like... I could prioritise getting Reece James in this week. I really could. I don't think they're essential. I think for any non-James owners, you're probably hoping that West Ham away, Man United at home or away, I can't remember which one it is, and then Leicester is like home or away, next 4, kind of slow the returns down a little bit, but I'm not sure they're going to. Or go, I'd rather have James and Cancelo over Emerson or Reguilon. I wouldn't necessarily take a hit to do it, but I'd like to plan to get those two instead. If you're going to go for one, Reguilon, but I'd rather maybe not take the hit and try and get one of Cancelo or James for free next week instead. Aubrey, thank you very much. Been a watcher for the last 3 seasons. Just want to show my appreciation. You've helped loads, and a massive congratulations on 250k. Thank you very much. James Wilson, playing my wildcard, strong midfield, but Reguilon and Tony or Lamptey and Wilson next 4 to 5. I do like Wilson. If Wilson was the same price as Tony, I'd definitely say Wilson. The problem with Lamptey is Lamptey gonna stay fit? Is Lamptey going to stay fit? I don't know if he will. Lamptey is great. If right now you told me that Reguilon, Tony, Lamptey and Wilson are all going to be fit for the next 5 weeks, I would say Lamptey and Wilson. If you don't have to play Reguilon or Lamptey that often, I'd go for the Wilson one, I think. Jota's going to do well this game. Yeah, probably. I think this is a big test for Arsenal because they've done well, but Liverpool's a different proposition. So let's see. I like the weird humming. That's just me because I'm listening to music and I don't have it playing. So I can hear it and you can't. So I'm humming to that. Is Lukaku definitely back? He's back in training. We don't know if he's ready for the weekend yet. Obviously, we still got press conferences to come. That's why I've done this one live, and then I'll do like a final thoughts video on Friday evening once I've seen the press conferences and stuff. Lottie, how's it going? If you had Ronaldo but no Spurs players, would you get rid of him for Son or Kane? Nah, I don't think I would. Not this week. Ronaldo against Watford is just as good as Son or Kane against Leeds, I think. You might consider it next week and then switch back afterwards, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it this week, I don't think. How much do you think Conte could have changed so far? I don't know if he's could have really changed that much because the problem is they had... I'm trying to think now of the timeline. He comes in. I think there was a game pretty much straight away, wasn't there? And obviously he's had the Was it the European game and then the Everton game? And then they've all gone off on international break. So I think some of the players probably back today, maybe tomorrow. So it's a few days. So he's had the international break off to kind of work through plans, but not with any of the players that have gone off to play in internationals like Kane, like Son, etc. So I don't know if he's actually had that much time, really. Is it worth getting Wilson but means benching Livramento or just roll and play Livramento? You could just roll and play. I think Wilson's good. Like, my plan... Well, my plans change, obviously, but my Son and Tony plan was that if Tony or Son went up in price or Vardy and Saka dropped in price, so I was priced out of the move because I'm on 0.0 when I do it... because I would have to take a hit and downgrade Laporte, that I'd probably just stretch to Wilson instead of Tony. So I do really like him. This week's Brentford at home. Yeah, I mean, the Norwich at home and Burnley at home games are probably a little bit better. But I think if you're going to get Wilson anyway, why not just get him this week? I'd wait on Spurs defence with the Romero injury. Yeah, good point. Romero did get injured. I'm not sure how long he's out for. There's no rush to get Spurs defenders anyway. Like, I know I get a bit excited with some players. So obviously, like Reguilon, I was like pretty hyped about. But realistically, there's no rush, especially when everyone's got Trent, Cancelo, at least one Chelsea defender. There's no rush for Spurs defenders, I don't think. Are you moving on Kane early due to Vardy price shot? I didn't even know that Vardy was close to dropping, to be honest. Oh, he's close to dropping. That's so annoying. No, I don't want to make the move. I don't want to make the move until I'm happy to take a hit this week, basically. Although I guess I'd rather not, because I don't quite know what I want to do with Laporte yet. Because if Laporte is nailed still, there could be a case to keep him. Opinions on Tsimikas. I think Robertson has to be out for a long time for Tsimikas to become an option. Because once you've got Jota, you're always going to be happy later on. Like, there might be a few weeks where you're like, well, what if Firmino doesn't start, etc. You keep hold of him like a few more weeks too long. But you're going to be happy enough to sell Jota to a different midfielder. You're not going to be happy to spend a transfer on a 3.9 million defender. So if Tsimikas was going to be fit for the next kind of month and a half, you could maybe make a case for him. But because it's only going to be a couple of weeks or something. No, sorry, it might not even be a week. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. But I do think that Tsimikas, if he was nailed on for a month or so, I think he's probably the best value player in the game. The best value player in the whole game. And I don't think there's much debate around that, to be honest. Like, Foden's good, Jota's good value, but Tsimikas would be the best. Romano, just keep Vardy, Andy. Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to keep Vardy. The problem is right now, I mean, I could get Jota in for Saka and sell Laporte and keep Vardy. The thought has crossed my mind, but I just don't like the idea of going through this run with no Spurs players, just in case they happen to turn it around. So I don't think I'm gonna keep Vardy. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it though. By the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it. He might make a mockery of all of us that sell him this week. He's got the numbers. He's got good fixtures. He's pretty damn good. Corey, how's it going? I'm good, thanks. Hope you are too. Stones Laporte fluctuation is probably not worth messing with. Maybe save a transfer this week. Yeah, I don't know about saving a transfer. I've got two. I could make one and roll, but I don't really have a good route to anyone with just one transfer apart from selling Laporte. I don't have the money to go to James. Just doesn't feel. I just feel like at the moment I'm just one step behind everyone else. Like, a lot of people have already got Spurs players. They're going to jump on Jota. Then they're waiting for the next bandwagon. I haven't got any Spurs. I've not got Jota. I've not got a good way to go to get just one of them and roll. So I think I've just got to use both. Stop unsubscribing. I won't worry too much. It will hit it eventually. There's some people that are going to keep unsubscribing, subscribing, but I wouldn't panic too much. I'm not really too worried. It's going to tick over at some point, like today anyway, whether I keep streaming or not. We need that electric motor. No point saying you do something other than Spurs. You decided. Yeah, I think that's what I just said, didn't I? Reguilon for Laporte or Cornet for Sarr? I don't. Let me just check Burnley's fixtures a sec. Yeah, I mean, Palace, Spurs, and Wolves away. It's not that easy. I think I would probably do Laporte out for Reguilon. Maybe play him instead. I mean, Cornet's been alright, but he's not even. I mean, what am I saying? Like, Cornet is way more exciting. Like, I'd rather play Cornet over Reguilon. You're just not quite sure. I guess, like, I just don't know if I've seen enough to, like, how great is it going to be? Way 250k. There we go. Everyone can unsubscribe now. I've got the screenshot. That's all that matters. Although I didn't get the screenshot on 250k exactly. That's a bit annoying. It's ticking up. Oh, now it's going up massive. What the hell? Like, what the hell? I can't even get a screenshot. It keeps moving. Okay, there we go. Mental. 250,000. What a ridiculous thing to say. What a ridiculous thing to say. 250,000. Thank you very much. I need to I need bot action. I need to do. Maybe I should do like a giveaway or something on Twitter. What could I do? What could I do as a giveaway? The road to 251k has started. That's what I kept saying, right? You wait for these milestones, and then it's like, okay, let's get to 251, 252. Let's get to 300k. Wow, 250k. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. I mean, it's 2:34 on a Wednesday afternoon. There's 3,000 people watching. Give away my house. A Zoom session with me. That wouldn't be interesting. What percentage of FPL are subscribed? Not that high, I guess. I can't work out percentages in my head, so I'm going to go to percentagecalculator.com or .net. So what is 250,000? 250,000 of what? It's about 8 million, isn't it? 3%. 3%. Let's see. Well, I can stop streaming now. See ya. See ya. I remember when you hit 5k, you went crazy. I have the poppers, the party poppers. Give away your 2 free transfers to the public side. No chat. No, you don't mess. You do not mess with the FPL team. It's like all that stuff on Twitter, you know, hit a certain amount of likes, the captain is playing. Never happening. Never happening. Loz, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say I appreciate the content. Congratulations on the business growth and keep smashing it. Now go get your steps. I've done my steps already. I'm on 10,011 steps, I'll have you know. Thank you very much, Loz. Wow, that's 100 quid. Loz, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Wow. Thank you very much. I didn't even notice that. I knew red was big, but that is crazy. Wow, thank you very much. I did about 4,000 steps with the dog. I went to the gym. In between sets, I was walking around, and then I came home, did my last 3,000. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. That is ridiculous. You did not need to do that. Only 3% owned you a super differential. I guess that's mental. 250,000. Like, I don't know. Like, where does this stop? Where does it stop? It must stop at some point. I thought that after 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, 100,000 doesn't even feel like that long ago. I think I was on 163,000 at pre-season. So we've gained 87,000 since the season started, since pre-season. Mental. Lost deserves VIP access. Where is Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, I don't think Mr. Beast plays FPL. It's a shame, really. It's a shame, really. Give away your PS5. But I'm playing Call of Duty at the moment. I'm loving a bit of Call of Duty Vanguard. I might need some people to play with. By the way, I would say for anyone watching this afterwards or even watching now, you probably won't get much more coherent FPL stuff out of me now. I do team selection tomorrow. Simon, thank you very much. Your videos is always the best entertaining. Cheers to that. You never walk alone, even though you're a Red Devil. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Slippers to the moon. Slippers. That's never catching on, by the way. It's never catching on. That's mental. Give away your FPL account. Gaming channels. Yes, I know I'm always talking about it. I'm in contact with someone to hopefully kind of design, just do like a setup for me for Twitch. Like I don't want for second channels and stuff, I don't want the commitment where I have to do a certain amount of videos or streams a week, but I do want to set it up so that I can just do it when I want. So if I've got a spare day or or an afternoon or something, I can just stream if I want. And if I don't want to, I don't have to. I'm not on Twitch, but I will. I'm going to get some. I want the proper setup. Like right now, I keep going on. I've got a stream package and stuff that I downloaded. It's not unique or anything. I want someone to design one for me, so I'm gonna sort it all out. Got to be a match shirt with 250,000. Yeah, I need to do some kind of giveaway. I know. It's been a while. Plus, like, it's going to be on December 30th this year. It's going to be 5 years since I started this channel. So it's taken just under 5 years to hit 250k. How mad is that? Can't wait for 1 million. By my calculations, if things keep growing as they are, it's going to take like another, I don't know, 8 years to hit 1 million as an FPL channel. But I don't really care about that. I don't really care. I mean, I do care. It would be nice to hit 1 million, of course, but it's not something I really lose any sleep over. Yeah, exactly. Next target, 300k. Happy days. I'm gonna do. By the way, I've also had an idea. I don't do many Q&As on this channel apart from obviously FPL ones. I only do them for like big milestones like this. So there's one day between now and January 1st where there's no content planned on the channel. So that is the day that I'm going to put out the 250k Q&A. So there should be, hopefully, content every single day from now until January 1st. How's the Vanguard kill death? We don't talk about kill death ratios. We don't talk about them. This time next year we'll be millionaires. That's right, Dale boy. That's right, Rodney. He would say... that's right, Dale, he would say, wouldn't he? Doodle doodle doodle. Saka's consistent at not getting me a huge amount of points. $50k, yeah. Let's stream until we hit 200 and let's stream until we hit 300k. Ever thought about tutorials like an hour per person for a fee? No, I don't think it's really my style, to be honest. I like realistically, I don't know if I've got the record or anything to do it or whatever. 0.9k. I tell you what I've done in Vanguard. I played I'm on the tactical what is it, like tactical something and blitz pacing, and I've played a few like blitz and stuff. Oh my god, it's mental. And I feel like a lot of people just sit still, and I like try and run around. Doesn't really work that well. FPL statistics to see if players are rising or falling in price. Keep doing what you're doing. It's clearly working. Yeah, exactly. We just keep going, and we keep going. Members only live stream. I don't know if I'm going to be doing them anytime soon. I probably need to have a think about that, because right now I've got Patreon and I've got members, and it's probably not enough time to kind of... Obviously, I've not set up the members on YouTube to kind of... what was I trying to say? I've not set up the members to say that I'm going to do like loads of members live streams, but yeah, maybe at some point I transfer Patreon to members and just keep it all on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. Well, there's people on Patreon that have been there since the start. So thank you to everyone that supported along the way, as always. Obviously, we just keep going. Tomorrow will be team selection. We'll have I'm going to do a captaincy video this week. I'm going to do final thoughts on Friday. I'm going to do a deadline stream on Saturday. We're going to do the knee-jerk on Sunday. We're going to do watch list on Monday. We're going to do transfer tips on Tuesday. It's the same old cycle of stuff. It's going to keep happening, so don't panic. The shotgun is really balanced on Vanguard. Do you mean the combat one? Only fans, no. I unsubbed then subbed again just to make the number change. Yeah, a lot of people did that. I got to be honest, when we started streaming and I saw the number drop, I was like, oh god. So I actually, like, on my side, I covered it so I couldn't see the number. More drama, nudity, and schemes maybe manufacture an argument with another streamer. I gotta be honest, I am one person you will never find creating drama. I stay out of it. How people have time to be to create drama when it comes to FPL, I do not know. Do you plan on expanding the Let's Talk team? I'm penning a CV now. I think graphics is usually the one that I sometimes need a bit of help with, like quick as well, like quick help. I think I'm more likely need help for like if I wanted to do other stuff. than on my FPL channel, because like this is the baby, right? This is what I make sure is always kind of done properly, and to a certain extent anyway. Obviously we don't want the production values to get too high, right? We need to temper people's expectations of what to come from this channel. Dr. Pans, congratulations, thank you for helping me get through a tough 2 years with COVID. Thank you very much for your support. To be honest, this channel helped me as well, like having something to kind of do and keep my mind off stuff. Would you ever change it to FPL Andy? Nah, no way. For a start, there's other people that have already got FPL Andy, I think, on Twitter and stuff like that. And like, I'm just too far in to change the name. I gotta be honest, I don't think Let's Talk FPL is that exciting of a name, but it's there now. It's out there. People are used to it. We've got the logo. We've got the branding. It stays. It stays. Tennyson, thank you very much. Could you rate our squads on Twitter? The thing is, I don't mind doing them for the odd video, and I always pick a few different squads, so there's a few different talking points, but I could never do them all. I get like 500-600 plus replies. A pint with Andy giveaway. One day we might do drinks or something in Galway. FPL insert now, exactly. As a community, can we agree to give only wrong answers to people who start sentences with bro? I've never been a bro kind of person. Drunken triple captain move tonight. No way. No way. The Let's Talk broadband days were better. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame now that things run so smoothly. I don't think Let's Talk FPL is that catchy. Yeah, no, I don't. It's what it is. What it is. Like, basically, I'll tell you how that name came about. I used to use a different name when I first started, and then I realised I needed to have an FPL name. Basically, I started, and for a few weeks, maybe even months, I used that name. It was just like Andy 85, etc. And then I realised if I wanted to make it grow, I needed to change to an FPL name. And I am rubbish with names and creativity and stuff like that. So I was just like, let's talk FPL, and it kind of stuck, right? I mean, it is what we do. It was when I started. I only did streams as well. I only did streams. What does FPL stand for? If you don't know what FPL stands for, this probably is not the channel for you. Even though I do appreciate you just said you subscribed. Let's talk FPL from your car, maybe at some point, yeah. You think you should do a channel Christmas party for everyone? So I had an idea last year to do like an extended podcast with a few other people. It was my fault. I never got around to doing it, to release on Christmas Day. I am going to release a video on Christmas Day this year. I don't know exactly what it'll be. The problem is, like, with this channel is you people are only here for FPL, really. So if you do something like Evergreen, it's not really what people want to watch. That's why I don't do loads of like personal Q&As and stuff like that. But there will be a video out on Christmas Day, because why the hell not, right? What is the best move? Sanchez to Guaita, Azpilicueta to Mitchell, Azpilicueta to regular, roll the transfer. I mean, that depends, right? So let me tell you why it depends. One, if you've got a backup keeper, if you have, you don't necessarily need to get rid of Sanchez. Azpilicueta to regular or Mitchell is a big difference in price. So what can you do with that money? I mean, I'd probably go for the regular move, but it kind of depends what you're going to do with the money. I don't mind getting a Crystal Palace defender, but they don't really offer too much. I'd rather have Guaita than Mitchell, for example. How do you feel about having other FPL profiles on your streams? Andy, Mark, Fabio, etc. Do you mean like having guests on? Like, I don't mind it. I just never sort it out, really. I do find the way that I've set the streams up, they don't really work with another person, because people are expecting their questions in chat to be answered, and I find it quite difficult and a bit awkward to look at the chat while someone else is on the stream as well. Like, it'd be alright for like a watch along, for example, and I like getting people on in pre-recorded videos, but I don't really like doing like these streams with someone else. I just find, like, because you get a question in chat, loads of people put super chats and stuff in, they expect them to be answered. I've got someone else there I've got to chat to as well, so I don't think it really works that well. And like, if you do like, well, we'll answer all the super chats at the end, and you just get a load of questions like saved up. Right. I'm going to leave it there, I think, because it's like it's over 50 minutes for someone to watch back afterwards. Cloud with Ben Foster, that would be great. We'll do that again, hopefully. Havertz for Son, keep CR7. You could do Havertz for Son, yeah, but I think I would wait and see what happens with Lukaku first. Tony Mulreed. Hey, is this serious? Hang on, Tony. Is that really Tony Mulreed? Because someone told me earlier to tell you not to copy my team. No Discord server at the moment, no. Oh, the heroic doses, you're right. Yeah, sell Rudiger for James, have 1 free transfer and 0.4 in the bank. If you've got nothing else to do, you could make that move. Yeah, I don't think it's that sideways, to be honest. Depends what else you could do instead. Like if you got like a Son move or a Jota move, you could maybe just prioritize that, but there ain't a huge amount in it. Right, I will leave it there. Thank you very much for all the support. I'm going to be back tomorrow anyway. I'm going to be back tomorrow with team selection. So please do give the stream a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button because we're now on our way to 251,000 and beyond. So yeah, thank you very much. I won't be drinking beer because I'm trying to be healthy at the moment and beer isn't good. Maybe I'll have one. I don't know. But yeah, thank you very much. Team selection tomorrow. Captaincy and final thoughts on Friday. Deadline stream on Saturday. Lots of content to come. Yeah, once again, thank you very much for subscribing. And I will see you again very soon. Thank you.